The eyes of the wrestling world once again on Wells Fargo Arena. 100 years of champions crowned. And now another set of names etched into the history books for Iowa's great sport. Let's begin with Class 3A. There you see the UNI Iowa State and Iowa wrestling coach Tom Brands and Kevin Dresser leading out the squad. Let's go 106. Cruz Gannon from Dallin taking on one-loss Eddie Woody from Southeast Polk, and Woody lives up to the hype, pinning Gannon in 1 minute 19 seconds. The freshman adds to Southeast Polk's already dominant team score. In Class 3A 113, Southeast Polk's Nico DeSalvo defending his title. Alexander Pierce was no match. The reigning champ would just be able to do his thing. He won 4-1. This is in 126. Christian Casillo from Ames looking to complete a perfect season. Southeast Polk's Max Riggins standing in the way, but not for long. Takedown there foreshadows what came next. The pin. Riggins not able to overcome that. 138, undefeated Max Crossan of Indianola taking on Will Oberbrockling from Southeast Polk. This thing got bloody, but Indianola coming out on top of that one. Big time major decision, 11-1. Crossan, the first undefeated champion since 2010. Big time celebration next.
A lot of food, gain a lot of weight, lift, gain weight, get jacked.
It was fun, I liked it a lot. Got the team atmosphere, you love that. Makes you want to go for pins, you know. You got the guys on your side.
There's nothing in this world that has a better feeling than getting what you wanted, what you set out to do, and all that hard work pays off.
I couldn't explain it. I mean, I'm just super happy that I was able to just be in this experience. I mean, it's great. I love it.
Get jacked. I love that. 157, 1 seed Max Daybolt from Ankeny Centennial taking on 2 seed Baz Diaz from Waverly Shell Rock. Daybolt, the sophomore, stringing together a couple of takedowns, and then he puts him away in the third period. Daybolt doesn't show a ton of emotion, folks, but this time different, hugging the coaches, hugging the fam. 165, Xavier Anderson from Marshalltown taking on Jackson Miller of Carlisle. This was wire to wire. Miller gets the first takedown, and then the final escape to win it 5-4. Miller's celebration was one of relief. Jacob Helgeson of Johnston, looking for another state title, wrestled out of his mind, pinning Bettendorf in the second period. And Helgeson, I mean, I don't know what came out of him, but he unleashed it there. The Selly next. We're never going to forget it. But Helgeson, he may not remember it. I think he was just in the moment.
I don't even know. I blacked out on that freaking pandemic, and I don't even know. It just went crazy. You know, my voice is already gone. Dude, I don't know. It's just, there's nothing better. You know, I pinned him and crowd's going crazy. It's just the best feeling ever. Like, there's nothing that can beat this.
I would not want to be in that guy's way. Final 3 matches, fantastic. In 190, Asa Hempstead of Carlisle taking on Kane Tiggis of Urbandale. Hempstead completes his journey to the state title in the best way possible. It's a pin that only took 1 minute 39 seconds to do. He is your champ in 190. We're going to go to 285 really quick. We'll get to 215 in just a moment. Cooper Martinson of Southeast Polk finally gets his title that he has been chasing for so long, getting this takedown of the first period, and it was smooth sailing from there. He takes it home. 215 was Fort Dodge's Drayshawn Ross going for title number 3, and he was awesome. The near pin here is going to be to get him the 18-2 Tech Fall win. He's cheering. He's telling the crowd to, come on, give me some love, and they were, and then he did not disappoint with the celebration. Alley-oop.
I texted my coach earlier in the week, and I was like, are there any consequences if I do a backflip? He's like, nah, just don't break your neck. But we did it anyway.
Safety first. Over to 2A. We've talked about the freshman from Van Meter, Dylan Williamson, all week, facing off against Slater Thomas from Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. He gets the escape here. Those are the first points of the match in the second period. And then in the start of the third period, Thomas gets an escape of his own. So we're tied at 1 in the final period, and Williamson is going to get the crushing blow. The takedown right here gives him the 4-1 lead, and he is going to go on to win this tournament. Van Meter's first ever state champion in wrestling.
Felt so good. Long hard days finally paid off.
In 113, Uriah Quarter taking on Simon Bettis of Eddyville, Blakesburg. Fremont Quarter from West Marshall. He was down 6-5 heading into the final period and then pulls off some massive moves late to secure the lead. The takedown followed by the near pin. And all he had to do was wait until the clock struck 0. Let it out. Your 2A 113-pound champ. Congratulations to him. Let's go over to 150 in 2A. Shan Hanford from West Marshall taking on Niall Sims of Williamsburg. And he's going to win this. 4-1 after that takedown. Winds up winning 4-2. Let's go to 157, where it was Tucker Wheeler of PCM taking on Brent Denhart of Greene County. Denhart up 2-0 in the third period. He's going to get the takedown here, and that's going to give him some breathing room, and he could breathe a sigh of relief as he would go on to win the title. Remember, this guy was the 8th seed entering this thing.
It's been awesome. I love being the underrated person. It's makes it more sweet at the end when you go through the hard times and the tough matches to get where you are. It's just makes it a lot more sweet.
Winner sets. Top-seeded Jaden Cooper in 285 came out firing. Caden Cooper, the 10 seed from PCM. A Cinderella run would come to an end. Cooper with the pin in the first period, and that's a big man Coach is holding. That's a big win. And then hold on, flipping his coach. Oh, that's the best.
I was in the Airbnb with him, and I said, if I win, I'm lat dropping you. And he said, all right, so I did it.
There you go, 1A 285. Trenton Warner from Nottoway Valley told me he's the best guy in the bracket. He proved it. He gets the takedown here early in his match, and he would go on to win a 13-5 major decision victory. Before him, it was his teammate Ashton Hunold going for a back-to-back title, and he would do it with ease. A takedown here as he makes light work, and he goes on to win 7-0. Nottoway Valley's 2 finalists are 2 champions. Let's wrap it up now with your 3A team standings. Southeast Polk, dominant. Just dominant. No other word to describe it. Indianola comes in 3rd place. 2A team standings. Notre Dame Burlington taking it. EBF right behind them, though. Union LaPorte City coming in 3rd. And then the 1A team standings. Don Bosco. Death Taxes Don Bosco taking home the 1A title.